Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. Once again, Murders at Karlov Manor Premier Draft starting this week off. Draft 1 of 5 drafts this week, and holy cow do we have a pack 1 pick 1 for us, and I don't know what I'm going to do. War Leader's Call is incredible. And Ezram, we have 3 rares in this pack by the way. Reenact the Crime, not great, but Ezram Agency Chief, I have played against this card, oh my goodness, 7 times already this format and lost like 6 of those matches. And War Leader's Call is also absolutely incredible. I want you all to pause this video right here and drop in the comments what you would take in this situation. This is incredibly difficult for me. I know Boros is the best deck. I know Ezram constantly beats me. But Ezram is so committal to blue-white. It's basically saying, I am blue-white and you can't convince me otherwise. War Leader's Call could be splashed if needed in like a black-white deck or something. That's the reason I took it there. I mean, if I was even remotely white or remotely blue already, I would take Ezram, but holy cow, was that a pack. Wow, what a way to start the week off, huh? Alright, Mentor of the Meek, 3 mana 2/2. Whenever another creature power 2 less ETB is under your control, pay 1 to draw a card. That is some great card draw in white. And goes well with War Leader's Call. You know why? Because it's a creature. I know it's not the most interesting thing to continually draft Boros and Orzhov and white decks over and over again. It's hard to push me off of it when you get a War Leader's Call into a Mentor of the Meek, though, right? I would love to try out some Aftermath Analysts and V2 Ghazi Inspector stuff. I guess today's just not that day. The good news is we draft enough here on this channel that there are days for that. It's just looking like today might not be that day. So where do we go from here? There's a Crowd Control Warden. I have yet to put this in my deck, but it's always fine when my opponent plays it. I don't think I want any of these disguised creatures. Lots of disguise here. There is a Karlov Watchdog. Absolving Lamassu. Wrench. A couple of blue cards. I don't think I'm going to miss the Karlov Watchdog. I'm going to go ahead and take the Crowd Control Warden here. Not super thrilled with it, but it's fine. Okay. Museum Night Watch is actually a card I think I'm higher on than the general populace, which is why I end up with it a little bit more in my deck than most people do. Due Diligence is fine. Surveillance Monitor could be fun, but we have a War Leader's Call, so probably not again. Person of Interest goes wide. It's great with War Leader's Call. Makes 2 creatures. There's a Tracker. There's a Moroi. There's a Felonious Rage, which I would play. Treacherous Greed. I don't know about that. We'll go ahead and take the Person of Interest here. Okay, Seasoned Consultant. We'll just continue to force our way into white. Everything else in this pack is pretty darn horrible. So pretty easy Seasoned Consultant there. And if we are going to be red-white, usually red-white decks want at least 1 copy of On the Job. So we got that here. And let's see if the deck is open enough for us. Convenient Target is a card I like in theory, but have never been able to pick. Because I just rather a Hazda Vigilante over that, honestly. There's a Griffknot Tracker, which is like, whatever. Don't think I want to play a wall. Probably don't want Informant. Informant might be okay. Oh, Ezram didn't wheel. Darn. Okay, let's take the Phantom here. Don't think we'll play it. Chase is on, maybe, but I doubt it. Everything else is not that great. I do think War Leader's Call is good enough to try your best to hold on to Boros from the beginning, even though Boros is the most drafted deck and the best performing deck in the entire format. I mean, someone's got to draft Boros, right? Why not me? And War Leader's Call is good enough to make me want to do that. Now, I would love to get some Dog Walkers here. I'd love to get some Novice Inspectors here. I'd love to get some Person of Interest. Well, not sorry. What's the 3 mana? Who knows? The 3 mana 1/1 that comes with a 2/2 inside source. There we go. I figured it out. I got there. And some of the 2 mana 2/2s that gains flying whenever a creature power 2 or less enters. All of that would be great. I don't think I want Lamasu, so I'm just going to take a wrench. And maybe we could play that. Demand answers, maybe we could play that. Let's hope we open something busted here in pack 2. What do we get? Well, we did open something busted. Yaris Roar of the Old Gods, in my opinion, is insane. I've played against this a few times, never with it. And it is very confusing to figure out what to do when they attack with a face-down creature with this on the battlefield. I never have any idea. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and take Shock and stay down the Boros path here. Take that over Case of the Burning Masks. And not much else, I guess. Shock is always great. And that's what I'm going to go ahead and take here. And I think I'm locking in Boros. We do need to get some of the good creatures for it. But we have time. And there's a bunch of good creatures in red we can find as well. Again, Boros is great. Even a bad Boros deck is usually good enough. So for those of you that haven't seen War Leader's Call on the battlefield yet, you're about to get a small taste of it. It's quite good with Harry Dronesmith. It makes an extra 1/1 every single turn and pings them. Kind of makes a 2/2 every turn. Is that better or worse than a second person of interest here? I think I would take my first person of interest over this, and if I didn't have War Leader's Call, I would also take my second person of interest over this. But because we have War Leader's Call and one person of interest already, I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Dronesmith here. Combos quite well with it. Has some pretty good cards here. Buried in the Garden. Don't think we're going to splash that, though. There is a Torch the Witness, which is a great removal spell. I'm going to go ahead and take that over a Meddling Youths. Case of the Uneaten Feast, no thank you. Sanguine Savior, maybe. Detonation, probably not. Convenient Target, maybe. How many creatures are we at? 7 creatures? That's not very good. I guess for that reason I'll take the Sanguine Savior, but not be thrilled with it. Okay, I guess I could take a Scapegoat here. 1 mana 1/1 suspected, and can also pass off its suspectedness at some point. What on earth is this? Each player shuffles the cards from their hand to the library, then draws that many. If you control 3 or more artifacts, deals damage equal to the number they've drawn. No. Auspicious Arrival, Cornered Crook. Auspicious Arrival is a card I haven't gotten to play with a lot yet. I think it seems fine, though. Case File Auditor with 1 enchantment? No thanks. Let's go ahead and take the Auspicious Arrival. We do have to make sure we get our creature count up into the 16 range, probably. That is a late Gleaming Gear Drake. But it's going to be even later as we can't really take it here. So we'll take a random Offender at Large. I do like Felonious Rage as a combat trick, so maybe we can play a copy of that. Braggart versus Due Diligence. We just have so many non-creatures here. And the Braggart's just not great. I actually think I like Due Diligence more than the random 5-drop. Well, now I wish I would have taken the Braggart. I'm not going to play 2 Due Diligence size. Suspicious Detonation, probably not. So I said bad Boros is even good. We are in what I would consider to be bad Boros right now. So we're about to figure out if it's actually going to be good. Oh, man. Doppelgang is a card I actually do want to try. I passed it when I was in blue-green before because I didn't think it was great. I have been converted to the Doppelgang team, but I would love to try it out one day, but not today. So I'm going to go ahead and take an inside source here. Card's good. Not unhappy with where we ended up. Don't think we're going to wheel anything I want here, but we'll go ahead and take the inside source. I don't think I'm playing On the Job, number 2. I guess I could take a Vengeful Tracker as just another 2-drop with slight upside. What is this one? Whenever it attacks, you may mill 2. No, we don't need that. Don't need a splash complication, so we'll just take a Vengeful Tracker here. Not be super thrilled with it. Is it too much to ask to get something good for us, as there is not here? Looks like it might be too much to ask. I guess I'll take Savior. And there are a good amount of Boros drafters at this table currently, unfortunately. We didn't open any dog walkers. And once again, did not see any dog walkers in the draft at all. 13 creatures. We still need a couple more. Not thrilled with either of these. I guess I'll take another Vigilante. Okay, I guess I could take a Sanitation Automaton. It's a 2-drop. Surveils. I'm not going to play Rampage. I'm not going to play Bustle, I don't think. So let's take that and maybe we play it as a 2-drop. Because we do need a good amount of creatures in the deck here. So we will see. Expose the culprit. Gosh, another Gleaming Gear Drake. So many Boros drafters. All right, we're about. This is actually going to be an interesting draft because I don't like really any of these cards, and the reason this is going to be interesting is because most people are under the assumption that if you can force your way into Boros, even if it's not open and you don't get the premium cards, it's still going to be better than a lot of the other decks in the format. And honestly, this is going to be a perfect example of that kind of situation. So we're going to see today how well forcing your way into the archetype when it is not open can actually work for you. I'm not thrilled with this deck in the slightest, but it's what we've got. And we're going to see what happens after I build this deck. See you after deck build. Okay, so here is where I ended up with the deck. And once again, not thrilled. We've got 4 disguise creatures here, 3 of which have to be cast for their disguise cost because we have no way to cast them for their main cost here. Fender at Large, kind of a filler card I'm not thrilled with. Got a little bit of removal, got an on the job, but we don't have much token makers. We have a Person of Interest and I guess a Drone Smith. An Inside Source is not bad with it. It's not at its best here. We've got a couple of removal spells in Torch the Witness and Shock. A couple of combat tricks in Rage, Arrival, Due Diligence for extra value here, playing 16 lands because we don't have a lot of mana sinks other than flipping these things up. And like I've said before, if flipping these things up is the best thing you can do, you won't be, stuck on mana. If you've got 5 mana and this is the best thing you can do, it's not like you need more cards in your hand and stuff. Mentor is going to trigger off of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, lots of creatures. So Mentor might be a good amount of card draw for us, but not thrilled. But you never know. Maybe War Leader's Call can really just pack a punch and get us where we need to get with it. Not sure. See you in the first game. All right, we start first. We are very far away from flipping up the Shady Informant. We can't cast Tracker, but Automaton does let us surveil. We do have 4 lands. Do we go down 2 cards to our opponent? I don't think we do. If this didn't have Automaton in it, I would send it back in a heartbeat. But we've got Automaton to try to find a mountain. And now we have a mountain. So I guess we'll just play this and see what is on top here. Yeah, I don't necessarily mind drawing that, I guess. So keep that on top. Go to attacks. And be mana efficient here with a 3 mana 2/2 Ward 2. Otherwise known as Disguise Creature. Let's see what they do here. Long goodbye, kill the disguise. That's fine with me, because I didn't care about that card anyway. Sample collector. Doesn't have reach, does it? No. Alright, where's War Leader's Call when you need it? Now is the perfect time. As long as Harry Dronesmith survives. Okay, so they've got a Nervous Gardener here, is what this tells me. But I can't really do anything about that, so let's just go to attacks. Attack with the 1/1, and then disguise this and play a tracker, and then we're out of gas. So they'll flip up their Nervous Gardener and go get who knows what. A Plains is my guess. Nope. Okay, just straight green-black. There are a lot of busted things green-black could have for 5 mana. And for 6, they could have a Zoni, which is among the more busted cards in the entire set. They've got a... Yeah, Bite Down on Crime, getting rid of Dronesmith. Sure. Alright, taking 4, I guess. Oh, perfect. There's a reason I play 16 lands in decks like this. It's because of this. We're out of gas, and lands are about the worst thing we could possibly be drawing. Oof. 2 mana 4/4, 3/3, draws a card. That's probably the end of it for us. I mean, it's fine, but all of our creatures are just going to trade here, basically. So, it's, like, not great. Using Bite Down on Crime on Automaton? I mean, yeah, I guess we just have to take 10 now. Alright, now War Leader's Call doesn't really even do anything, so... Oh, and another creature. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Alright, well, I guess, according to the thumbnail's title, the answer in game 1 is no. Alright, we go first this time, and we do have War Leader's Call in opening hand. So if we can successfully play Automaton or find a third land, play this, then off we go. Question is, do I hold Automaton in hand? And now because we missed a land drop, the answer to that is no. Do I want to pass this off? Yeah, probably so. And there we go. Okay. Let's go War Leader's Call. Please no hold up Reasonable Doubt and counter this. That would be bad. Okay, Jaded Analyst. Sure. Okay. Can we do it? Forensic Gadgeteer, a 2/3. Let's do this. Attack unblockable. And I mean, even with missed land drops, these War Leader's Call starts are so brutal. Lazav, sure, and Repeat Offender. Due diligence. I mean, that basically just like puts the game away, doesn't it? Okay, so they're gonna block with 7 power? No? That makes sense. Okay, let's just let it die into a 2-2. I think this is why Felonious Rage is so good, just because even if it was already going to trade, it's just 1 mana for a 2-2, which is just good. Alright, down goes Mentor. And by down, I mean they now have a 3-3 Vigilance Death Touch. It's pretty annoying. I guess now it's going to trade. Alright, you go to 3. Okay. They are finding answers here. They're definitely doing things. Go to 2. Can't attack. Go ahead. Okay. Let's just play that. This probably does it here. They're not officially dead. They could flip this thing up, which is not great news for us. So do we actually attack and let them eat something? Potentially? They would trade for Lazav and eat the Vengeful Tracker here, depending on what this thing is. I'm just gonna wait to draw another creature. They're dead if I draw one more creature, so I'm just gonna let them... Yeah, they would have done exactly that. Eaten the Vengeful Tracker. And there we go. Look, that's why we took War Leader's Call Pack 1, Pick 1. You have it in your opening hand, you basically just win the game. Alright, starting on the draw here, and we have the Wombo combo. War Leader's Call into Harry Dronesmiths. So, I mean, if they can't interact with that, it's basically game over, but if they can, then we basically lose. Got our work cut out for us here. Against the 85th ranked player in the world, so good for them. Let's see if we can take them down here or not. Yeah, that's probably going to end up being pretty good. Loxodon Eavesdropper, okay. War Leader's Call. And attack. Trade. And they know they pretty much have to be trading at this point now that this is on the battlefield. Also, really hope they don't have main deck Artifact Enchantment removal. That wouldn't be great for us. Okay, got a couple of 2-2s now. Alright, let's get the combo going. That's why we took this card as we did. That turn alone was 4 damage to the face. Let's see if they can remove Dronesmith now. If they can, that's really not great for us. Ah, they can. Darn, the last card is Bite Down on Crime. Of course it is. Okay, well, now things are looking tough. Okay, go ahead. Not sure what that disguised creature is. What does this do? +1/+1 vigilance and can tap creatures? Okay. Okay, so they have 5 mana here. They could easily flip this up and have it be like Crowd Control Warden, and then it's a 6/6. I'm just gonna let it do that. Okay, take 2, play another disguised creature. Oh god. Draw Tristani? Must be nice. Top deck a mythic off the top of their deck here. Interesting. Okay. Go to just jumping. Oh, what is? Oh, it gets Death Touch. Ah, perfect. Because of course it does. Because this thing does all of the things. Give things double strike too. Okay. Not great. Not great. I feel like we had this in the bag if not for Tristani here, but now whatever this thing is likely going to kill. Well, no, this is going to be the thing that kills us, of course. They can give itself Death Touch. We give it Auspicious Arrival. They give itself Death Touch here. I mean... I for some reason suspect this is a Crowd Control Warden, which means they can flip this up and still give itself Death Touch, so that's nice. Oh, Vigilance. Oh, they can give it Double Strike and Death Touch until end of turn. Oh, that's... how nice of that. Okay. Yeah, we're just losing to Mythics I've never played against here, unfortunately. Yeah, so if I choose to pump this, then they're just going to give it Death Touch and it still dies, so... Okay, go to damage. That was dumb. This stupid card. What am I supposed to do about it? They can just... This is lethal next turn, so I have to block it. I have to chump it, unfortunately. So I guess I can give this vigilance and still be able to attack with it, I suppose. Give that death touch now. What am I supposed to do about this? I can't win. Now I have to block that, and then this one will probably kill us. Is there any way I can top deck my way out of this here? And I guess I can't complain too much about their Tristani because we did have a turn 3 Ward Leader's Call, but they're about to beat it, so... Thanks to their own Mythic, of course, but, I mean... Double Vigilance. Have to do this. Go to 4. That certainly doesn't do it. This can't block. They can still give something vigilance, which doesn't matter. So let's see if they block here. The only thing I think I can find is +2/+0 off of this investigate. Alright, can we do it? Can we win with Felonious Rage off the top? No, we can't. Another land. Alright, Tristani. You got the best of us. Here we are going first with Ward Leader's Call on 3, and we've had it a lot. It's worked once, worked, and not worked the other times, so, but we're going to keep it again. Got a removal spell. Got a disguise creature. Got a lot of creatures we could draw. We will see if we can dodge a busted mythic from their deck. I will play this first. It just, I mean, it gets, you know, 1 damage for every creature you play, so that's why I'm going to start with it here. Inside Source, yep. Missed land drop, yep. So this doesn't actually, with War Leader's Call, this doesn't actually trigger off of anything in our hand, notably. So, probably should have just played this as a Ward 2 creature, a 3/3 with Ward 2. Alright, I guess I'll trade for a combat trick, because again, this isn't actually getting us any value here, so let's go ahead and have them use anything. I don't think that's exactly what you wanted to do, but sure. I think it was going to give indestructible or something. Not quite sure there. Ooh, hard evidence. Love hard evidence. Crack the clue and have no other plays. That is great news for us. Let's just play this, get another creature down, play 3/3, attack with both, hold up shock. Please no Ezram. I've played against that so many times. I just don't want to play against it again. Okay. Sure. Not bad. Not bad. Okay. We have ourselves a game. So what does this do? Whenever you sack a clue, it can become a copy of a creature? How much do I care about that? Let's do this, and then hold up Shock, Felonious Rage, and a clue cracking here. Yeah, I'll take a mountain, actually. I can offer a trade here, potentially. Probably going to get Offender at Large or Mentor at the Meek. Yeah, Offender at Large. So whenever they crack a clue, it can become a copy of it. So it's going to become a 5/4. So I'd have to use Felonious Rage to trade with this. Just have to hope they don't have removal in response. Okay, gonna do this now so they don't have another opportunity to draw a removal spell. Well, they would have anyway, so. Just gonna go ahead and trade. Make a 2/2. Or 3/3, I suppose. And next turn... Crack a clue. Cast... Shock, I suppose. See what else we get here. Don't really want to cast Due Diligence without 2 creatures. Vigilante with War Leader's Call, also not the greatest. I don't even know what you do, but I'm sure it's good. Investigate, sack a clue, draw a card, gain a bunch of life here. Yeah, I can't let them untap with that, so I have to... This is X equals 4. I could do it for X equals 2, but then I can't cast anything else in my hand either, so I may as well just do it for X equals 4. But this is the way they get back in this game here, so let's go ahead and kill this thing. Can't attack. Disguised creature and disguised... Nope, Jaded Analyst. Okay. Okay. So now we do this, and we do... this. Now they go to 2, and 2 creatures, and they're dead here. They have notably flooded out quite a bit, but so have we many of times. So that's fine. Looky, looky. What is in our opening hand but War Leader's Call? Gotta keep it for that reason. Well, now we have Shock, as all of these past turn things were just not not clicking as quickly as I wanted them to. Gravestone Strider. Sure. War Leader's Call. And then next turn we can disguise a creature, hold up shock. Again, we're very much like forecasting that we have shock here, but you know, you gotta hold it up. If you got shock, you gotta hold it up. Boo. Okay. Yeah. Can't do anything about that. Oof, that's so bad here, actually. Is this even an on-the-job deck? We haven't been going that wide. I'm not sure how much of an on-the-job deck it even is. More 3-color stuff going on. If they play a land, I cannot block this thing anymore. Surveillance Monitor, collect evidence 4. Cannot do that. Probably going to kill that thing next turn. Oh, we have the combo, though. Yeah, we got to get the combo going. I mean, this is why we drafted the way that we did here. Nice. I love that combo. This is a nice, sweet little interaction that I'm glad I found in this draft, and hope you guys take advantage of if you do find War Leader's Call in any of your drafts. I'm sure it'll die right now, though, but, you know, there it goes. Bite down on crime. Yep. Pass to blockers. Go to my turn. Shock, because I don't have anything else to do. Go ahead. Alright, got a Crocodile. At least there's that. Another Disguise. Sure. And another Strider. Sure. Okay, go ahead. Don't know what this thing is, obviously. Oh, I don't have another removal spell. I need my creatures. Yeah, if they got removal for this one, that's not going to be great here. Fairy Snoop. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. Put a Glint Weaver in the yard in favor of keeping something else. What'd you keep? Oh. Interesting. Okay, I mean, I just have all of my non-creatures here. Played this game with, I guess, 4 creatures, all of which have been removed and traded with. Sanitation Automaton. They've got chump blockers for days here. Interestingly, didn't choose to keep up blue. I don't know what they've got. Oh, they got murder here. Okay, that's why they tapped the way they did. Okay. So our creature will die. And we've got a bunch of combat tricks and basically no creatures in hand. So Offender at Large I expect to be killed here. There's the murder. Do I save Torch the Witness, or do I just use it on this thing, preserve some life, crack a clue, get 2 more draw steps at more creatures here? Because they're going to play... They're 2 mana away from this, so it can't be that. So they could play Surveillance Monitor next turn and do have enough to make a Thopter here, which is going to be annoying. I think I would like to crack the clue. I don't have any 1-drops, so I'm just going to do it on their turn here. Alright, make the Thopter. Mentor, Due Diligence. All right, let's start by attacking. Go ahead and do this. Eat both creatures. And then I guess just play a Mentor of the Meek here. Now I got a couple ways to push more damage next turn, which is good. They're still 1 mana away from Glintweaver, which is good as well. More Disguise. And open mana, huh? Can I even afford to go for Due Diligence? Let's see. Let's see what happens if I do this. They are given priority, so I don't think I can really. I just kind of have to attack. Oh, I'm dumb. I thought the scapegoat was suspected. Oh, that was kind of stupid. So... I have to cast on the job now? Yeah, that was kind of dumb. Let's see if they have removal now. Nervous Gardener. That's okay. They do get to cast Glintweaver next turn and potentially put a bunch of counters here and gain a bunch of life. Okay. It's not working out great for us, so here comes Glintweaver. A 3/6. A land. A land. So Due Diligence trades for Glint Weaver basically here. Oh, or it just bounces off. Alright, trade for Glint Weaver. They have a 3/6 still, which is a huge problem. I don't know if our deck has a way to get rid of that. We don't have makeshift bindings. We don't have a way to get rid of that either. We kill this. Alright, we're gonna go 2-3 here now. We are going to go 2-3, unfortunately. Yeah, they're still at 12. Like, what am I supposed to do about that? I'm at 5, technically at, like, 1. Oh, and this has Menace, so I'm at 1. And I'm dead next turn now. Oh, perfect. All right, so we're dead. All right, so the answer to the thumbnail's question is a resounding no. If it's not open, get off of it. I mean, I think that bodes well for the state of the format and the fact that, like, you can't really force your way into Boros. We had probably one of the best cards for Boros there and drew it quite often, and still, because our card quality was just not good, we just lost. And honestly, I think that's kind of good for the format. I think that was a good experiment today. Hopefully you all learned something through my misery of going 2-3. I just hate doing it. But it is what it is. So thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time for your daily draft.